Welcome. In this presentation, we will be covering the 5 maturity levels that comprise the Capability Maturity Model. This presentation is brought to you by Suleiman Manji, Rod Majdi, and Ronak Patel. The Capability Maturity Model is a framework that describes elements of an effective developmental process that guides an organization through early ad hoc stages all the way to its defined and disciplined stages. Its predecessor, the Capability Maturity Model for Integration, is a vastly improved version of the CMM model geared towards general use in the public domain and focuses mainly on business needs and integration. The Capability Maturity Model has a proven industry track record that promises to improve product quality and developmental efficiencies for processes across an organization's enterprise. Since its foundation, the Capability Maturity Model has been sponsored by entities such as the United States Department of Defense in cooperation with the Carnegie Mellon University and the Software Engineering Institute. In recent years, many privately owned companies have been involved in the defining definitions of developmental processes such as Motorola and Ericsson. The initial framework for the Capability Maturity Model came from the mind of Watts S. Humphrey. Born on July 4, 1927, and dying on October 28, 2010, this world-renowned software engineer, often considered the father of software quality, laid the framework while working with the IBM Corporation between 1959 and 1986. In 2000, to honor his groundbreaking work, the Watts S. Humphrey Software Quality Institute opened its doors in Chennai, India. The Capability Maturity Model is composed of 5 maturity levels as outlined here. Each maturity level offers a structured set of effective processes that have past proven benefits and provides an easy way for management to define improvements over time. Each level can be used for benchmarking an organization's evolution over the course of years or decades. In the following slides, we will be taking a closer look at what makes up each maturity level. At the initial maturity level, an organization's processes are often ad hoc and successes are heavily relied on the heroics and competencies of people from within the organization. Organizational projects at this level are often abandoned in time of crisis. Also at this level, due to an ill-defined structure, an organization tends to overcommit itself in the scheduling of resources and often goes over budget. At the second maturity level, also known as the repeatable level, an organization is able to reproduce past successes through the proper documentation of successful operations. Though process successes aren't repeatable for all products and processes for an organization, this is a good start. Organizational discipline helps ensure successful projects are not abandoned when issues arise. During this time, an organization will develop or procure project management software or services that tailor to the organization's needs. Their main objective with this move is to track cost, schedule resources more effectively, and track functionality of processes. Though process disciplines are forming, there is still an exceeding risk of going over budget and project scope. For an organization to be considered at par with the defined maturity level, they must have a well-defined set of standard operating procedures that are still revised and improved over time as the organizational needs of the process change over time. At this maturity level, the management team will be able to gather data and metrics and form quantitative best practice solutions for future projects. Again, in this stage, the probability favors the standard specifications and against overcommitment of resources. And at the managed maturity level, management in the organization can identify clear methods of adjustment and adapt the process to meet the specification of a specific project without much deviation from standard specifications set by management in the earlier maturity stages. By this maturity level, an organizational process performance is controlled statistically and predictability of that performance is quantitative. At the optimizing maturity level, The organization, in a way, has made it past its major hurdles and now works solely on improving process performance through both incremental developments and innovative processes. Also at this point, quantitative process improvement objectives are established and improved upon to meet any given scenario the organization might require the use of the specific product or service. At this maturity level, nothing is off limits for improvement. Both standard processes and recently defined processes are all reworked and revised as organizational needs change over time. The benefits of the capability maturity model are far-reaching and expansive. Organizations that model their process improvement efforts after the capability maturity model can expect far-reaching benefits such as being able to efficiently and effectively improve and assess processes across an entire organization's platform. They can also expect to see a drastic reduction in costs associated with the project since less and less objectives with any maturity level are having to be reworked at all times for each project. Finally, the organization will be able to deploy a common, integrated vision of process improvement which can be used across the enterprise. In conclusion, through industry application and proven results, the use of an integrated improvement model such as the capability maturity model promises to be more sustainable and profitable than any other process improvement model available at this time. This is largely due in part to its granular structure and the generalization efforts put forth by public entities such as the United States Department of Defense and private entities such as Motorola or Ericsson. Thank you for watching, and we hope that your process improvement endeavors in the future are more structured and successful. This slide outlines the sources that were used to create the content portion of this presentation.